Welcome back, everyone, to another video. We're here again in Shamokin. I'm going up 1,001 steps, it feels like, today in this heat. It is early morning now. So we've all been to this spot together before, right? So what I'm doing today is I'm heading up to the Shamokin Cemetery I did a previous video on. The conditions of it were deplorable, basically, in other words. It was horrible. There's a volunteer group today that is actually, second time I believe they've done this, are going to actually do the cemetery and clean it up. So we're going to go up here, see if we can lend a hand, and also kind of see what the progress is going to be. And hopefully this time the city council comes up with a contingency plan to keep this place looking good. So continue on. How about it? We got to go up the street a little bit yet, but we'll get there, okay? As we approach, this is the cemetery here. There is headstones and everything in that mix there. And they are up here working on it. Looks like they got a little bit done here so far. I believe they started at 8 o'clock today. Sounds like a lot of stuff going on. So we're going to go up, take a quick look around, maybe talk to a few folks or so. But here, so you can kind of see what we got going on here. That is the brush. That's exactly what it is. Like they're trying to cut back from all this right here. It's a very, very sad situation that this was let go for so long like this. But I am very happy to see that people are stepping up to get it taken care of. Like I said, hopefully we can get council on board to get a contingency plan to keep this in order, looking decent. Well, it looks like they have a good amount of volunteers out here today. Progress is continuing on really well. Let's take a real close look. Looks like they almost have this section over here looking really nice, actually. Lots going on. So let's go up here and make contact and talk to some folks. How's that sound? Lots of equipment, lots of tools, lots of people. They have the dumpster. And he's taking the board up to be dumped. Oh yeah. Getting a nice little knock on it real quick, aren't they? Very nice, very nice. So I was just talking to a fella there about what's going on, and a lady, of course. He comes up here every day, mows the cemetery until the sun goes down. It's two volunteers. It's owned by the board, which the city's broke and pays nobody to do this. So today they got together, the fire department did, and a bunch of local volunteers, and they're here to try to do their best to make the cemetery look like it should. They're going to be here till noon today because it is extremely hot out. But there we go. There you go. These guys are working really hard. Ladies too. There's two of them here today. They're looking really, really, really good actually. They're trying to get all these trees that are growing where they're not supposed to be. You can see it's looking really, really, really good. And you see different sections. You can see this is a road right here that goes up. And they try their best. It's looking pretty good so far. So they plan on getting as much done as possible today.
Jail. And that, when it was all over, we sued the city and got 75 grand. But, so, Billy, so we had a bunch of money. He called Brookside the next day. They said, come fuck the cemetery. They gave me a bill for $22,000 for one cut. Took all the money we had. But it was beautiful! What's going on, Sam? You're gonna move out yourself? Huh? I am.
I know you are.
I am. It makes me proud. So this guy, you know who this is, right? At one point, I cleaned it all up. It was black.
Yes.
But this guy was the first male child born in Shamokin.
Okay.
So when John Boyd came here in 1835, his father, Joseph, was one of the 5 guys that came. And the reason that Joseph came at the request of John Boyd was because he was a lodging innkeeper over in Snufftown. So he knew how to run around.
Snufftown today is called
Paxum.
So
So he came, they put up a structure for a lodging, people needed a place to stay, and then he went home for the winter. Well, John Boyd, in a way to attract people to come here, said the first male child born in Shamokin would get a lot, and the first female that got married here would get a lot, and he kept those promises. So when Joseph Boyd came back in the spring, his wife was pregnant, and John was the first male child born in Shamokin. So you'll see what Dad did, named him John C. Boyd Snyder, probably so that the boss would remember the promise that he made. But it even says here, first male child born in
it's very hard to make up, but
I had that highlighted with Sharpie, but
it's turning out really good on the camera though, compared to in person. Actually turned out really well.
Me about when I met you over there, wasn't it? Really? Yeah. Oh, you are such a historian.
So we know that, right? The Swanks related. I sort of forget how it'll come to me, but beginning to end, Civil War soldier, right there. And they're all over the place. I'm like making up a roster, and I'm well over 300. And then 1860 census, there were 2,000 people there.
2,000. So what do you think the average is today over here?
So in the city, it's a little over 8,000. If you add the whole township, it's probably around 20.
What bigger than you ever thought they would be?
Whole township
Surrounds the city, I imagine.
it's a township. So they decided to separate the government for
Peter and money. In other words. That's what it's all about, it's the money. Especially that government involved.
But yeah, his wife was a gilder. Nice.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. And Jonas Gilder, again, he was one of that first 5.
Mm-hmm.
He was asked to come here because he knew how to build. He was a carpenter. So he had sons-in-law and sons that were in the Civil War. One of them, Darius, was up on the other side. I take care of his grave. He was a 21-year-old first sergeant. Oh, wow. Ask your brother about that. And
that's pretty young.
It is exceptionally young. The guy that took his place was 41. So it's not like they didn't have older guys.
Yeah, earned his way up there and earned his way.
But at Cedar Mountain, 11 guys from Shamokin were killed in action. And Darius got shot in the right arm. So you're not much of an infantry guy with a wounded wing. They didn't want to lose him, so they promoted him, made him lieutenant, and put him on staff. At Gettysburg, he got shot in the same arm.
Same arm?
Yeah.
That's
end of the war.
Ouch. That's karma.
Yeah. He's down there with the chance. You know what? I'm just going to turn that thing into a stump.
So yeah, folks, run in and get a nice history lesson from a local. That was pretty cool. And he told me he could tell me stories for days. And I said, well, you know what? I got vacation coming up. I have days. So I'll probably get back together with him at some point. We get some real good history on the city. Sections are moving pretty good, actually. I really like this thing here in the center. Nice and shiny. Yes, they are doing fantastic work. I'm very proud of the young generations out there actually trying. They're giving it its all. I mean, look at that. These guys are doing great. Ladies and gentlemen, I am now heading back. It's been a very warm morning. A lot of progress is being done in the cemetery. A lot of new news came to light to me that I didn't know about the situation up there, which I will share with everybody later. It's very interesting. They only get $4,000 a year for that cemetery to do anything. And that's not even enough to do half the cemetery maintenance. That is interesting. There's only 2 people that actually do anything up there. And they're volunteers. They don't get paid for it. None of that $4,000 goes to them. It goes to everything they need to get that cemetery in order, which it isn't getting everything they need. So hopefully they get their shit together soon. I hate to say it that way, but I really hope they do. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all have a great day, great weekend. Rise above and crack on. Remember to hit that like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to leave a comment. Y'all have a beautiful day from Shamokin, Pennsylvania.